Hello everybody, BrioS here. Today I have for you the recently released 55-ton inner spear mech, the Dervish. And to be honest, I started off not really liking this mech too much, but after getting some experience playing this particular chases, getting some SPs and a good build in, I must say they are pretty darn impressive. And today I'll be discussing this variant, the Dervish 6M from the standard pack, showing you a build and of course some gameplay that I used to master this particular variant. But before we go into mech lab, let's talk about the Dervish and why I found it more impressive than it seems. Firstly, let's talk about defensive capabilities. The Dervish does come with structure quirks, which makes it a bit more durable. This particular variant, the 6M, has structure quirks in the arms and the legs, so that increases its survivability quite a bit, making it tankier than quite a few other mechs. And most importantly for people like me who love to play mobility, this Dervish actually has above baseline mobility. So if you are familiar with the Griffin, this is more agile than the Griffin, with a very large yaw angle actually. So that means you can twist your torso to the right and to the left very large angles, moving at a angle to the enemy and delivering pinpoint damage to them. And also hitboxes are pretty okay, I suppose, but the side profile is where it comes in handy, because these arms with the wonderful structure quirks are also very large from the side profile because they are flat. So from the side profile, if you present your side to the enemy, lots of enemy fire will hit the arms. So these arms are good for shielding. Combined with most dervishes having their main weapons in the side torsos, these arms come in very useful for defensive play. So basically you can shoot the enemy like this, present your front, shoot them, twist your torso, present the side and these huge arms and take return fire. And with most weapons in your side torsos, that's not too bad actually. With the structure quirks also, they tend to last a bit longer than normal, so you can make this mech pretty darn tanky. So anyway, that's enough about the Dervish. Let's get down to the build I am using, or rather the build I used to master this. This particular variant also has medium laser duration quirks and a missile spread quirk, so I created this variant to work on it. But I also have another variant, so let's talk about the other variant first, or rather the other loadout. Two MRM-30s also work really well with this, with a engine 250 rating and 4 jump jets to allow you to jump and shoot those MRMs, because this particular variant has a missile spread quirk of minus 10%. This is actually pretty good, but I'm not going to present this because I mastered it using this other build, which is a bit different. So anyway, this build I'm using is 4 medium lasers in the arm for pinpoint, and with the lower arm actuators you have a pretty darn nice arc of fire shooting all over the place with those 4 medium lasers. And with the laser duration quirk of minus 5%, combined with the total laser duration from the skills, you have a minus 20% laser duration. So that's good actually, because you can deal more damage and, well, have the time to reposition or do whatever you want. And it also has a minus 10% missile spread quirk, so I'm putting in SRM6 with Artemis for total missile spread decrease of 35%. 20% from the Artemis, 10% from the quirk, and 5% from the skills. All this with 4 times the ammunition for the SRM6s, which is more than enough. 4 jump jets for some jump capability, and at this point I'll say dervishes, actually you should put jump jets, that's what makes dervishes so damn fantastic. And a light fusion 300 engine with a total of 13 double heatsinks. So the gameplay style is basically just to go in fast with a speed of 88, faster than most 55 tonners, deal damage with the medium lasers until you get to range, fire SRMs with them, and jump away, using the jump jets to pop tart, deal missile damage, and shoot downwards with those medium lasers. So using that kind of strategy, you can do quite a lot of damage. And with a total structure of 38 in the arms, as I was mentioning earlier, these could do well to shield yourself from fire. Even if they fall off, you still have your 2 SRM6s with 4 tons of ammunition, which can do quite a lot. So talking about skills, let's get down to the skills. Firepower 3 gets 37 SPs, mainly going for 4 nodes of laser duration to give you 15% plus 5% from the quirk for a total of 20%. Other bonuses include a heat decrease of 9.75 because this build is pretty darn hot, so that the heat decrease is very useful. Cooldown of 5%, 5.25 to be precise, so you can fire just a bit faster, but considering it's a bit hot with those lasers, you don't want to fire too fast. Missile spread of minus 5%, and a velocity of 12% allows the missiles to hit that much faster. So quite a lot of SPs in the firepower, but with the quirks for the arms and the legs, the structure quirks that is, I put in 20 points into survival, trying to increase the armor, or rather the structure on this. So with this configuration I get an armor bonus of 7.6, but more importantly a structure bonus of 27.5, or rather 27.2, increasing the structure of the arms and legs significantly so you don't break a leg. and your arm can take more damage before they fall off. And what I like to do with mechs with good mobility like this, I like to pile in their mobility because these are percentage multipliers. So with good mobility, with a percentage multiplier, the good gets even better. So with this particular configuration, I get a XL bonus of 10.5, decel of 14, and a turn rate bonus of 18% for 11 SPs. Operations get my usual 13 SPs for the 5 nodes of heat containment to increase the heat capacity by about 15%, and of course auxiliary 10 SPs for 2 enhanced artillery strikes and 2 cool shots. So the cool shots are also important because, as I said, one problem with this build, it can run pretty hot. So that's the Dervish for you. Those missile bay doors also are pretty interesting. I tend to leave them open, but if you close them, you can have a damage reduction of 20% for the side torsos at the expense of a 0.5% delay in firing those missiles. But if you need to, you can close it and be a bit more tanky. So that's it, that's my Dervish 6M build. You can also run the MRM60, which in theory does really well, but I'm saving that for my 7D variant, which I will showcase in another video. So anyway, that's it. Let's get down to some gameplay for this variant, and I'll show you what it does on the battlefield and how wonderful a Dervish is. Remember, use the mobility and it's so fun. So let's get down to the gameplay. For the first match of this video, we have a match on Solaris City, which actually suits this build really nicely, because not only do you have SRM6s with those 35% missile spread decrease for brawling at short range, you also have those medium lasers to shoot up and down and left and right with those lower arm actuators. So one thing about this build, the Dervish is also pretty darn tanky, and you'll see in this match that made quite a big difference actually, allowing me to survive immense amounts of damage, of course thanks to shielding, using those arms to shield myself. So that did help quite a bit, and yeah, I had fun. I think a lot of people had fun in this game, but I think I won't talk too much. I'll let you just observe the game and do enjoy the gameplay. Oh, found a thunderbolt. Walking his left torso. His left torso's open. Watch the smoke. Echo 5. Somewhere. As I dropped it.
And he's on the way.
Yeah, getting the hell out of there. Echo 5 is too hot.
New target acquired.
Alpha left torso. Let's be aggressive. Oops, jump for life.
Fuel at 0%.
Okay.
Charlie Shipbox, take it out.
New
Ooh,
target
something's
acquired.
hitting. Let's try flank.
Oh, he shipped the fucking back.
Come on.
Alpha, open TP.
Come on, I hate Rex.
New target acquired.
More jokers coming to help you.
Damage.
What is this guy?
Target acquired.
Go flash box, right for
50%. Fuel at 0%.
Oh,
Difficult.
watch our rear guys.
Damage.
Echo 4. 2 or 3 max. Push through Echo 5 guys.
New target acquired.
Shattering, right? Off with one hit.
Ah, got him. Photo, keep pushing
moving
forward.
Kilo, Fafnir, kill it.
Kilo and the roughneck also.
Damn it!
India.
Keep moving up.
India right torso. Ooh, that was a nice shot. Can't see anything. I am so slow.
One shot, TP.
Oh, I got him. I got him. What a brawl. Ouch. Demon's Griffin, right leg. Oh, I'm so slow.
New target
I am the legless
acquired.
wonder.
Target
Watch out for Echo
destroyed.
4, our left. Fox 4, we got the rest there.
Shadow Cat, and I think the Jenner's still up.
Yeah, they're pretty
Don't quote me
fresh.
on that, though.
Jenna is streaks only, so watch it.
Yeah, Grenner is
Janet
like one
down.
shot CT.
I shot with them, Janet.
Oh, Janet's down, alright. Shadowcat F4.
Yeah, Shadowcat's got 18.
Oh, that's hurt.
Just get right up on its face. It can't hurt you to
Target
get close.
destroyed.
Not anymore.
Right,
Good job.
spread out search for clues, I guess.
Okay. I'm like not much of a mech, 15%.
And how much fucking Dervish do you have left, dude?
15%. I'm a torso and a leg.
So you need that leg? I mean, I got an AC-20 here. I can put it in, yeah.
Oh, it's okay. I'll just mosey along.
Sure.
Down. I think a rabbit can kill me right now. A high velocity rabbit.
I'll just walk into you.
No.
You can't leave.
No, rough neck.
You know, you kind of look like a tiny gargoyle. Funny.
Remember, smoking kills.
Major torso.
Oi!
Ooh, that's something. What's that?
Okay, I'm now 13%. Everything's red.
What's that? Where'd it come from?
What was that for? Oh, people are shooting me for fun because I'm smoking. So much smoke.
There was a ERPPC sniping light. You kill it.
Oh,
Is it
it's,
ERPPC?
it's probably the spider with ERPPC, you're right.
Can you even fit in ERP?
The Janus did.
DT lasers.
Yeah, confirm it's the ERPPC spider.
Oh shit.
Oh, that's bad. That's so bad.
He's probably up in the sky somewhere. He's hopping around. He's probably got like 8 jump sets.
Actually, to be stuck in
trolling
this third-person view. I think I'll try find an ECM and keep him company.
I mean, he's got 8 minutes to fuck up with, so.
Oh, third person again. I hear bleeps. It's probably up somewhere. Spider ERPPC. What do you think?
I mean, either he is ECM or we just cannot see him anywhere. Spiders even have ECM? Anyone know?
Behind the E5.
Up there? No?
He was sniping into the middle from the E5 area.
E5 is alright, I'm here, but don't see him.
I'll get there next year.
Target acquired.
Mark him, mark.
Echo
There's
6
a
area?
five.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think
There
I'll
we
just
go.
wait around here.
Yeah, E5. Target spotted. He's ready. Do you have
Oh, yep,
ECM?
links.
And they do have.
He's on the above freeway.
Mark him, mark him. Target spotted. Like, kill him.
Target destroyed.
Okay.
Oh, good one. I live. 12%. I live.
We can drop that lower.
No,
Thank
no.
you for the game.
No thanks to you, Blueberry.
I didn't even hit you.
Somebody hit me with a small pulse. It must be you.
52 team damage. Oops.
Oops. I got 18 team damage, but I did lots. 820 with this build. 2 kills. I had lots of fun. People shooting me. Ending the game with 12% health. My goodness. And a score of 518. Great game. Great mech. As you could see from the previous match, the Dervish can be tankier than it seems. Even though it only seems to have a few defensive quirks in the arms and the legs in terms of structure quirks, with the large arms and the fact that you have a pretty fast torso twist rate, you can actually soak a lot of damage with the skill known as shielding. So you present yourself to the enemy, twist your torso and take return fire, which will hit your arm. And that increases the survivability of the Dervish. And in terms of offensive capability, it's not too bad either, as you will see on this match on HPG Manifold. The key thing, of course, in this is actually using those jump jets. So using the jump jets, you're able to jump up. In my case, I like to jump up really high. That's because I have 4 medium lasers in the arms, so we can shoot straight down. And the enemies tend to mount their weapons in their torsos, and by jumping up high, you put yourself out of their arc of fire. So they can't shoot you at all, but you can deal 4 medium lasers down. And of course, in a straight-up fight, you have those two wonderful SRM6s with Artemis to deal those brutal SRM vomit. And also do take note, the Dervish has a very large yaw angle, and as you run forward, you can twist your torso really large. You'll see this in this game, and I like to run perpendicular to the enemy, making it harder for them to hit you because you are moving perpendicular to them, and you can still deal damage to them with those missiles, and when you move out, you can use those arm-mounted medium lasers to deal more damage, and that's a pretty effective fighting tactic. And when they do return fire, you can of course just twist a bit and your arms will be presented. So that's why I think the Dervish is actually better than it seems. All this combined together to make this a pretty vicious mech. So talking about that, let's get down to combat on HPG Manifold and watch the offensive capabilities of this Dervish.
Target acquired.
Echo 6, thanks for scouting.
New target
They're coming out.
acquired. Artillery strike online.
Bravo on the wall, somebody get it? It's a Shadowhawk. Thank you.
Target spotted.
I'm going to Echo 6 to engage.
Affirmative.
Thanks, Alvarado.
Target acquired. New target acquired.
Delta 5.
New target acquired. Warning, incoming missile. New target
Target spotted.
acquired. Artillery strike activated.
Cataphracts Alpha is hurting.
Target destroyed. New target acquired.
Target spotted.
Fuel at 0%.
Delta
Artillery
next target.
strike online.
He's caught out. Spotted in Delta 5.
Fuel at 25%.
Target spotted.
Target destroyed.
Don't shoot my rear, thank you. Call out the next target if you see it.
Target acquired.
Let's all head to Echo 4. There's a piranha there. Go for its legs.
New target acquired.
Engaging Golf. Golf.
Target spotted.
Echo 5, multiple contacts, Fafner. And Echo 4.
Artillery strike online.
Along with Kodiaks and
Artillery
stuff.
strike activated.
Good scouting, Avogado.
New target acquired.
Engaging India, Sun Spider.
Target spotted.
New target acquired.
Hey, black spot on the front.
Target acquired. Target destroyed. Target acquired. Target destroyed.
Yum.
New target acquired. Target acquired. Target destroyed.
Yum. Possible contacts in Echo 5.
Target
Target
spotted.
acquired.
Contact confirmed. Kilo. Have fun.
Target destroyed.
So not too bad.
Target acquired.
Oh, I found him. Foxtrot basement. Fresh. Help.
At 25%. Override engaged.
broken his left torso. Come on, shoot me.
Target destroyed.
Thank you, good job. KMDD on him. Oh well. 3 kills. Pinpoint damage to those mediums. SRM for the blast. 827 damage, 3 kills in this Dervish. Not bad, I would say. 9 components. Yep, C-bills, XP, and a score of 557 with the Dervish 6M.